Raoul and I have taught grab defences before. We've made videos about it, and it's probably one of the first things that you'll learn in any decent self-defence class. But what self-defence classes don't teach you is what happens if you're not just grabbed while standing still. What happens if I start ragging him around, making him lose balance, whilst giving him a good hiding? So you see this really commonly in hockey, ice hockey, lacrosse, where somebody's grabbed hold of him and they've ragged him and got him off balance, right? The natural thing to do is for him to steady himself on me to try and gain balance. The problem is we're now in a 50-50 situation where we're both just leathering each other in the face, and who knows who's going to come out of that best. That natural reaction to want to immediately steady yourself is probably not the best thing to do, and we're going to show you some better options.
So when Ryan grabbed me and he started pulling, I need to anchor myself and I need to reduce his ability to keep on pulling. So grab, strong, and reduce, put some body weight in there, okay? Caveat, if Ryan just grab me and he do nothing, then it's a different scenario. Then we come back to the standard self-defense, I control the hand, but I can start working there. I mean, maybe he's just, what happened to you? And he's not really pulling, then we revert to the standard self-defense situation, okay? But if I notice he start pulling, especially putting the hand up to punch, then I need to anchor myself, I need to reduce his strength, his ability, and then I need to box myself, I need to cover myself like hell, I need to control his legs to an extent, I don't want to go to the floor, I don't want him kneeling me, okay? And then when he start punching, first of all, survive, okay? And then start punching back. You are in close quarter combats, use close quarter combatives, okay? What happened with the grip? How I release the grip? Oof, I don't know, it's not my priority, okay? In this case, it's not my priority. Maybe once I'm starting punching, hopefully he's gonna release, okay? Or he's gonna be covering and then I can pull, okay? Or maybe he's so high on drugs, or he's so strong, or he's so drunk that I cannot, okay? Then I need to keep on knocking him out. I need to keep on staying here, knocking him out, until the end of times is necessary, okay? Whatever, okay? If he doesn't release, because he's high on drugs, I need to keep on punishing him till the end of times, till whenever necessary. So breaking the grip, releasing yourself from his hand, that's great, if possible. But not in exchange of sacrificing your defense a bit, not your ability of counter attack. Still, probably there's gonna, once you start hitting him back, hopefully he's gonna release, and if not, I mean, remember, in other videos we work on this, this is the weakest link in the chain, this is the weakest link in his grip, and probably you just turning the thumb is gonna be enough. But again, if he's very high on drugs, I saw that before, guys, if he's high on drugs, he's a very strong guy, on alcohol, maybe he's not gonna release, he's gonna get knocked out, he's gonna get passed out, and still his hand is gonna be grabbing me, honestly God.
If you're interested in training this yourselves at home, I'd recommend using a strong jiu-jitsu, judo gi. You can get a good grip of it, it's not gonna break, and also a glove, so you're not gonna break your attacker's hands. If somebody's grabbed you and you're both just stationary, it's actually a lot easier to get out of this, and we've done another video on how to defend yourself in situations like this, so you should definitely check that out. If you've made it this far through the video, you're obviously really passionate about keeping yourself and your loved ones safe, so you should definitely check out our free self-defense street safety quick guide full of personal safety tips to help keep you and your loved ones safe. There's a link in the video description to download it for free.